Shalom, it's me, Sun and Skye, and welcome back to Mega Man 4 for the NES. And I thought I'd show off a little bit more features that the Mega Man Legacy Collection has. And there is a way you could change the central processing unit speed to turbo mode. So you know that slowdown that you see like whenever there's like too many enemies on screen, or like when you get hit and it sort of like lags the screen a bit? It would always do that in the old NES Mega Man game, but now there's a way you could change it so that buffering and lag does not happen. So it makes the game slightly more hard than it was in the old games. So right now we're putting that on, so it's a little less true to the original form. You know, that's just what it does. So if you want a harder experience Mega Man game, just put that onto turbo mode, and things run a lot more smoothly. And now we are taking on Dustman. He's looking a little more like Junkman, but there is actually a Junkman in a later Mega Man game. But Dustman, a cleaner robot. He hates to have his mouth choked. A good point, big appetite. Bad point, bad breath. Likes spring cleaning and dislikes mice. And in the Japanese version, it says that he dislikes pollen. Makes sense. And as you can see, there's a few stage gimmicks here. The appearing platforms and the ladybugs are a bit annoying, but one charge shot takes them down. I wouldn't suggest shooting the regular lemons at them. And there's a few crusher segments that might give you some struggles. Oh jeez. Ladybugs are having their way with me. And there's Eddie again. Hi Eddie. Bye Eddie. Apparently the creator, Inafune, created Eddie as early as Mega Man 2, but I guess he didn't get around to putting him in a game until now. But yes, this crusher sequence is a bit tasking. You have to like blast through these chunks of junk to get past. And if you don't destroy enough of those junk, there's a good chance you might get crushed. So, you know, be smart about it, don't get crushed. There's segments like this that just require a lot of sliding and a lot of timing so you don't actually die. And I don't actually die from getting crushed, but I do die another way, which is slightly more embarrassing to a Metul, a staple enemy of the series. At least he gets to kill me once throughout this one of my Let's Plays. I forget if he actually has killed me in one of the previous games, but you know, this is the time that he's actually done it. Did it live. But yeah, I try to do the time stopper to see if that would actually freeze the screen, and it doesn't. I continuously like forget which Mega Man game has because there's other like time stopper powers that actually freeze the stage, and I think it was Mega Man 2 with is it Flashman's flash stopper that actually does that. Oh, and the Metuls know how to do suit and news. they taught them how to dance. Oh, and to this enemy, there's always one jumping giant sprited enemy in every Mega Man game that either gets put in the middle or the end of the stages. And here we have Dustman. A very simple boss pattern. Well, not pattern, but strategy. Which is why I only use my Mega Buster on him. He likes to shoot his junk at you. Or dust, or whatever. He likes to give you the suck. When he tries to give you the suck, run away or slide. And when he tries to shoot his junk, just jump. Because the junk will split into 4 pieces and you'll be able to jump through the center of whatever he shoots. And then he tries to jump at you. Not really on you or where you're standing at all. But he does try to do a little jump on you. But a fairly easy boss. I would probably suggest this as also one of the first bosses that you take on if you're just starting out Mega Man. On the 4th installment. And I love these power get screens. They always get a little more advanced in their showmanship in each later game that comes down the line. Like, you get a 3D spinning Mega Man on the NES, like, damn, futuristic. And here we have Skull Man, another badass looking robot. Skull Man was one of those like robot masters that like pushed me away from Mega Man 4, like originally. Like when I was like a kid, I would always like look at the robot masters of a certain Mega Man game and be like, there's no way I'm beating that robot master, I'm not playing this game. I don't know why I did that as a kid, but it was just what I did. Like, it's like if the robot masters look too hard, I'm probably not gonna play it. But Skull Man, what can we say about Skull Man? A well-balanced combat robot. He is only good for fighting. A good point, bone idle. Bad point, bad taste. Likes horror movies and dislikes beefcakes. And in the Japanese version, it says he dislikes katawari. Whatever that means. Interesting thing about Skullman. It is hinted that Skullman was the last robot that Dr. Cossack built. Cause like it's like the last, like each robot master has like a number attached to it, like way back in the first, second, and third Mega Man games, like there were numbers. And since Skullman was a robot built solely for like just fighting in combat, it suggested that geez, I almost spoiled it there. But I guess a little spoiler territory. Cossack was a little motivated in his creation of robots to destroy Mega Man solely when he was creating Skullman, which is pretty interesting. And while we're getting into the story, in the intro cutscene, the opening sequence, it said this game took place in 2000X, which I guess technically means the events here already happened. I love when old video games did that. They would always put a little time of when the event of the game should happen, and when the time comes to it in real life, it doesn't actually happen. Things aren't actually as futuristic as they depict in these games. But yeah, this game was made in 1991, and then localized here in America in 1993, which is weird because the Super Nintendo was already out. Why are they already making, or still making, Mega Man games for the NES? It's very strange. I didn't really go over the gimmicks. It's not really too gimmicky around here. There's a lot of bone enemies. Those skull Joes, I guess you'd call them. You could only take them out with a charge shot. And now we have Skullman, who apparently doesn't move if you don't move left or right or shoot. Skullman, I guess, will just wait stagnant there until you make a move. But Skullman, very sporadic pattern here. One of the more difficult robots for me, and I died. Jeez, I guess I wouldn't have been able to take him out as a kid. I was right for not playing this game. But at least now you get to see me use a weakness of a Robot Master, which is the Dust Crusher, and I guess it's supposed to be like a poking fun at the old saying, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Like bone is like made of ivory and clean, and it gets less refined when it's like exposed to like dust, and when you're burying a body, it's death reference. I don't know. But just shoot him with the Dust Crusher and you should make quick work out of Skullman. Oh, and he's completely invincible when he has that Skull Barrier, which is a weapon that they bring back for one of the Smash games. Or I guess, I forget if they bring it back for Smash 4, or, no, not 4, Ultimate. Jeez. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this part of Mega Man 4, and I will see you guys later.